Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob, and yes, it has been quite some time since I have said that intro. To be specific, it has been 77 days and 3 hours as I am recording this, even longer when this goes live. December 21st, 2022 is the last video I posted, and yeah, that was quite some time ago. That was a whole year ago. Gotta throw those jokes in there, but reality, it's been over 2 months and I've been absent here on YouTube as I just stopped uploading videos. Today I am back on YouTube. As you can see, this is my return video and uploads will be coming back to the channel. But today I just kind of want to inform you, what the future holds. Where have I been in this 2-month span? And answer all those questions. So if you're excited for this and if you're excited for the return, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more content here on the channel. So December 21st, 2022 was the last time I uploaded a video, and the question is, where have I been during that time? I've been pretty quiet on Twitter as well. I've been not uploading any videos, obviously. I've been pretty quiet in the Discords that I was originally a part of as well, so it's not like I've had a big presence. But the answer to where I've been is this game. Alright, I've been playing a ton of Call of Duty in the meantime. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background. I guess he's excited for this as well. Still got that old dog. But I've been playing Call of Duty, competitive Call of Duty, and let's be more specific. A little bit about me before I jumped and started doing YouTube back in 2020 at the start of that year. I actually used to play competitive Call of Duty. That's what I used to like to do in my free time. In case you're not familiar with competitive Call of Duty is, it's playing the Call of Duty game in a more like skill, like competing against others for prizes and tournaments and matches and stuff like that. My first dream was to be a professional gamer all the way back in the early 2010s. I wanted to, and I found at the time was MLG, which was Major League Gaming back in the day. Ever since then, I just wanted it to make my job to be a competitive video game player, and I did that all the way up until it turned into what is Call of Duty. So I started in a different game and joined Call of Duty, and just, I played this game competitively. I was on a team. This match right here is actually not a team match, so to speak. This is ranked play. If you have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, this is ranked play shortly after it came out. It was when I was a silver division. I am now all the way up into Diamond 2. But I always enjoyed Call of Duty. I stopped playing competitively in 2019, so the year before I switched to YouTube. I just got kind of burnt out on it. I just had a very busy life, a lot going on, and I just, if you're familiar with competitive esports, in order to be the top, you have to put in like a ton of work, like hours on hours on hours to be the best. And that's kind of one of my traits. That's also a little bit of my flaw, is I am very much like, if I want to do something, I am going to put like almost all of my effort into that, and that's kind of my downfall. That's why I stopped playing in the first place. I realized I just could not put the time and effort in that I wanted to in order to be where I wanted to be. So I stopped doing competitive Call of Duty and I switched over to YouTube, and that's where I had been until December. I just started to sit there in my free time, and I was just thinking a lot. I think you can probably kind of tell back during the end of last year that I was just kind of getting a little burnout on YouTube. I was switching up series. I was, not uploading regularly. I just was a little burnt out, and I just wanted to do something different. And, my mind, I saw my YouTube recommendations one day, an old competitive Call of Duty video, and that just reignited my interest. I was like, I want to do that again. I want to play competitive Call of Duty. And that's where I've been for the past 2 months. I've been playing this game competitive, putting a ton of hours, into it. Maybe a little rusty here on the microphone. So that's what this game is. This is a competitive CDL is what they call it, Call of Duty League Hardpoint on Hydroelectric. Hardpoint is basically the game's version of King of the Hill. You got to hold the position, gain the most points, first to 250 wins, and the hill does move around the map, so it's very much a strategy game, and that's just what I've been doing. It's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun doing it, but the reason I am returning to YouTube and stopped doing competitive is basically the same things I figured out 4 years ago. I realized that in order to be where I want to be, I can't put the time into it. And at this point, I'm 26. A lot of people who are pros and, the top of the game in this esport are like 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds. So I'm way past that age, and 2, I'm way behind that skill level. So to me, it just kind of didn't make sense. Plus, there's other things I love in my life. I want to spend time with my wife. I want to, hang out with my dog. I've been trying to take him more to the dog park, get outside, try to get back in the gym. That's another thing I've really tried to be doing these past couple of months as we start the new year. Yes, I was a gym New Year's resolution kind of person, so put me on that list as well. But I have just too many things I want to do, and I don't want to have to sit here and play the same game for 5-6 hours a day in order to really make an impact in. So that's why I've stopped playing Call of Duty. I really enjoyed it, but I can't put the time in that I want to do. And another reason is because I missed you guys. I really do miss being able to interact with everybody on YouTube, and it was something in the back of my mind the entire time I was playing this game. Is like, am I really willing to throw away what it is that I have built in the YouTube community that I have? I've built some amazing friendships. I've joined some awesome communities that I love talking to through Discord, or whether it be YouTube comments or Twitter. I enjoy the people that I interact with, including you guys. The comment section, I look forward to reading every single comment every day, and I guess post on the video, and I don't want to abandon you guys. I've come so close to 1,000 subscribers, starting to actually get monetized on YouTube. That was my first big goal that I wanted to achieve, and I'll throw that away. I'm just over 100 subscribers to that point, and I think it's definitely doable. So I missed you guys, and I want to get back to it. And I want to, this time, actually be there for you guys, because I realized 2022 in terms of YouTube was not very good for me. 2020 was good. It was a starting spot. I had a couple series going. 2021 was probably my most consistent. I did take a little break in the fall of 2021. I think it was like a month break, just because I had a lot going on with coaching football. But 2021 was a very good year for me. I had series going all year. I was very consistent. And in 2022, I tried to shake some stuff up. I just got burnt out, and honestly, my heart wasn't in it, and that's just kind of goes back to one of my flaws. I devote so much into it. I think that into doing something, I think sometimes that'll lead to burnout. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. I am going to take some more precautions on myself in order to not allow burnout to happen. I think another big thing that was kind of a reason why I stopped in the first place is I think I put way too much into YouTube analytics. The YouTube Studio app, it is a great app that allows you to track your growth and your progress, but it also could be a huge detriment to yourself. There would be times I check that thing like multiple times a day, and if views were a little bit down than they usually were, I would inside my head, I'd be like, what am I doing wrong? I would make it a bigger deal than it's not. Obviously, you want to grow. You always want to be looking for ways you can improve in anything in life, but I think I let it get to me a little too much. But so that's one thing I'm going to try to do. I don't know. I am going to try to upload like I was. Maybe not 5 times a week. Maybe I'll stick to about 4. I think 5 times a week was maybe a little bit too much, maybe a little bit too taxing. If I can get there, sure. But I'm not going to force those videos out. I'm not going to try to grind myself in order to make that quota. But I do want to continue to consistently put out videos for you guys now that I am back on YouTube. And I just got to take a second. I thank you guys so much for sticking with me and still being subscribed to the channel, still asking me where I'm at and hey, Mr. Rob and stuff like that. It's just it really means a lot. But so the last question I guess now is, what am I going to do? What's this mean for the future of the channel? I got about 2 minutes left in this gameplay. This is also where I really start to turn it on here. I think this was a very solid game. That's probably the reason why I saved this gameplay. And these last 2 hills actually start to really help put my team out in front as I hold down the back of the map. The spawns is what they say. But videos that I'll be doing, I will be sticking with the wrestling content. Yes, I'm going to stick with the wrestling content. There goes that debate again on my channel, the wrestling or the sports videos. I just think I enjoy the freedom and the creativity that goes into the wrestling content. I do love the sports videos. I do want to get back to the sports videos, but I want to stick it and be simple. I don't want to try to do too much here. Let that help. You know, I think I flirted with the idea of 2 channels before the break, the Mr. Rob 2 channel, which for the 20 of you guys that did go over there and subscribe to the Mr. Rob 2 channel, I do greatly appreciate that. But I will not be doing 2 channels off the rip. I just think that's going to be another reason I get burnt out, as I stretch myself too thin, and I don't want to do that this time around. But we're just speaking with the wrestling content. The Universe Mode series will be the focal point, and I know that WWE 2K23 is coming out right around the corner, and I do want to get that game. But I know in my Universe Mode I have been very, very much behind where they are in real life, and you know, with WrestleMania right around the corner, maybe it's a good idea just to restart. But I will be considering continuing my storylines. I feel like I put a lot into those storylines and where I am at in that regard, and I don't want to just throw that all away. So Universe Mode will continue. It will be brought back on Fridays, so a couple days from now we will be on the SmackDown. As remember, we were building towards Clash at the Castle and Clash of Champions. If you want to take a look at the match card that's already been built to those 2 shows, I will link them down in the description. But we will continue our WWE 2K22 Universe Mode series. Once 2K23 hits, I will probably do a GM Mode series on that. I'll make it better than the attempt that I did on the WWE 2K22 playthrough of it. So to expect that in the future. And I will continue Universe Mode in 2K22 into 2K23. So the same storylines that I'm building here in 22 will roll over into the next game. Next game will not just be like a fresh start like it is when I do my sports videos. You know, new game, new franchise, back to square one. No, this thing is going to keep rolling. That's what I wanted. That's what I originally intended for this series, is it to go years and years on end and have continuing storylines, continuing pace, and that will continue to go on. As for the switch into 2K23, considering that game does come out next Friday, I will not make the switch right away to 2K23 for Universe Mode. My plan is to get through the next 2 pay-per-views, the Clash at the Castle for the WWE and Clash of the Champions for NXT and NXT UK. And then once I get through those 2 with 2K22, then I will go into 2K23. So the first Universe Mode episode for WWE 2K23 will be the Raw after Clash at the Castle. We're building towards the pay-per-view. It's going to be a good one. Have some good matches already lined up. And I don't think you're going to want to miss that episode, and you don't want to miss this series. I do want to continue to grow. I think you guys are an amazing community. Once again, thank you so much for always sticking with me, just sticking through the breaks, sticking through the inconsistencies. I will do my best to not allow that to happen again, but I've already rambled on for 13 minutes. I guess that's what happens when I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I've had a lot to say, but thank you guys so much again. Be on the lookout for new content coming this Friday. I love you guys. If you enjoy, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more content in the future. It's good to be back, and it's good to say this again. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.